Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Hope you guys are doing well today. So recently I did a video talking about tier 11 and the post-nerf state of the bosses, and the specific reason I did that video is to hear your responses, and there was a lot. In fact, 113 comments in around 24 hours, which is quite insane, and I'm so grateful for you guys just getting involved and having them community discussions, and it was very, very amicable as well. There wasn't like insults or anything else going around, which is great. Now, there were some fantastic points being made, including things I just hadn't even really considered. One of which being the increased cadence of the expansion means what would probably be a long tier with plenty of resets prior to this. With the increased cadence, it's likely to feel a lot shorter. I mean, it will be shorter. Combined with the fact that we will obviously, after prog, then want to go and farm gear ready for Firelands, it's going to feel like it goes extremely quick. You imagine how many months ago now it was at BlizzCon where they announced Kata, and we're like 10 days away from it being here. It's gone very quickly. Kata is going to fly by. Now, originally in Cataclysm, the initial leap in difficulty in dungeons, heroics, as well as raids was actually a massive turn-off for people. Having tier 11 being a lot more accessible in the initial hit actually makes a lot of sense for Cataclysm to just do better overall. Now, players that played private servers are used to pre-nerf mechanics and 20% dampening, and, you know, dampening, for those that don't know, on private servers increases like damage and health of bosses as well as the pre-nerf mechanics, which made fights like Nefarian a really difficult fight. But people were playing those games out of complete love for the raids, and I don't ever think that going to that extreme would work on Classic at all. So it had to be some sort of middle ground. Now, I talked about my opinions in the previous video, but reading your comments, there are a lot of you that don't want to see everything dead in the first days or a week or weeks, but more of you that want the raids to feel accessible and fun. Now, I look back at Wrath, which is something I want to do totally in another video. The most enjoyable raids for me were the short, sharp raids, like the 1 hour Nax clears, chatting crap with all the lads, having a drink and just having some fun. And if tier 11 is going to be that, then that's actually okay. Now, what I would like to see in Kata then is if we're going to get a post-nerf tier 11 that remains unchanged for the entire tier, including with ZA and ZG patch, Firelands I would like to see released either pre-nerf or post-nerf with some sort of dampening. Now, the reason I say that is Firelands is a very short raid, and it's got some really epic fights. We fight Major Domo Staghelm, we fight Lord Rhyolith, which I hate that fight, but, you know, Raggy, all those cool fights, and I feel like they warrant some progression. And like I said, there's only actually 7 bosses in that raid in total. Now, this could be nerfed with the release of Dragon Soul, but realistically, by that point, most guilds will probably be clearing like the majority of the raid, if not all of it anyway, and it's going to continue being farmed for the legendary staffs, and the legendary staffs themselves will make the raid easier. I'd also like to see Dragon Soul in a similar state then to Firelands in terms of difficulty. So the expansion would look something like this. The tier 11 would be an upgraded tier 7 tier. You know, Nax was great. They released 3 raids, you know, 2 of them being one boss raids, Nax itself, which was a remake of the level 60 version, but, you know, the content wasn't very difficult, but there was a lot to do, right? The raiding itself isn't 100% of the content. You have alts to level, reps to farm, transmogs to get, mounts to grind. You've got so much to do. Now, the longer the expansion goes on, the less of that filler content remains. Now, I get this is a bit of a change of opinion from my previous video, but that's your influence, guys. I wanted to do a video on this, talking about how I think we can balance this to get a fair compromise for all of the community to get some success. And hopefully Blizzard see this and give us some or any information at all about what tier 11 and maybe the future tiers might look like. Let me know what you guys think about this. Would it work for you? Does it suit you? Does it not? Let me know. I love to hear your comments. Even if I don't reply to all of them, I do read all of them. So yeah, thanks for watching and more videos coming soon. Bye.